Am I the butthole? Nobit8137 says, am I the butthole for not being open to the idea of changing my first name like my foster parents suggested? I'm 16, male, a foster kid. I was taken from my mom 3 years ago because she's not doing good mentally and it wasn't considered safe for me to live with her. My current foster parents are the ones I hope to stay with until I turn 18. They're the best I've had, and I bounced around a lot, especially in my first year. But there's something that has come up and now I'm wondering. So my name's Ryder. My foster parents don't outright say they hate it. But I think I saw my foster mom cringe at my name before. My foster dad asked me when we first met what my middle name was, and I guess that wasn't a name they liked either. So they call me Rye, and I think sometimes they tried to say my name's Ryan instead of Ryder. A month ago they had asked me if I had ever considered changing my first name when I turn 18 to something more sophisticated sounding. They even said Ryan could be an idea since it's so close and they share a nickname. I told them I liked my names and didn't ever think of changing them. They didn't say any more then, but a week later they told me they had thought a lot about my future and they worried my name would be something that holds me back. My foster mom said it sounds so lewd when said fast, and they felt I deserved better than that. I told them it didn't bother me and I liked that my mom had chosen my name. That was the end of it again. And then last week they brought it up again, and they showed me these articles on the importance of a name, of naming babies for adult life instead of being cute or fun as kids. They told me they couldn't make me do it, which I knew, but they would like me to strongly consider it, so I could have the chance at a professional future and being taken seriously. They said they would hate to see me passed over for jobs because of my name. And that they feel like a much older me won't find the name as cool as I do now. They asked if I trusted them, and I said yeah, and they said if I do, I should really give some thought to what I could change my name to that would be a better name for adult me. I told them I was really never going to be okay with that. I felt like it was a waste of time and would get me stuck with some name I wouldn't like. They asked why I was so okay with dismissing future me and why could I not try when they were doing all they could to help me. I could tell it really got to them that I was still so against. OKB2222 says, hi Ryder, sorry for the tough intro to life, but proud of you for still kicking. While I think life is best lived with an open mind, there are certain things that we are just not comfortable or open to. Something as personal as your name is definitely one I see as being a pretty strict boundary. You're allowed to pick and choose what you would want to be named once you're 18, but it sounds to me like you prefer the name you already have and the connection that it provides for you. It's your name, only you are being called by that. You are the one responding when you hear it. That is the name your possible future kids or partner will also know you as. It is completely within your rights to want to keep it, and I don't think you should feel guilty about it. I imagine it's hard with all you've been through in life to be treated like you deserve and be given a memorable home without feeling some type of guilt. Like you have to fulfill something or be extra grateful. I'm very glad your new home is one where you feel comfortable and the best one so far, but your foster parents are adults who chose to welcome you into your home and love you unconditionally. Even if they have been giving you the best life you have known so far, you don't have to give in to the pressure of pleasing every aspect of them. You're young and will put your foot down many times in life, but this can be a good starting point. As for any concerns you may have job-wise, I wouldn't let those sit for too long. While maybe many years ago different names could have been part of a reason why people wouldn't get hired, although hard to believe at times, the world is constantly evolving and growing to be more inclusive. What you put forward in life is your attitude, work ethic, and the way you conduct yourself. And I believe those are all far more important in getting a job in current times and in future times. Also, in my opinion, I don't think your name is lewd at all. I truly believe your foster parents maybe came from a place of wanting to take a sweet kid in but maybe trying to control a little too much of their life. While you can appreciate their concern and hear them out, please do not feel bad for making it clear that you do not want to change your name, and they should please respect that. I also disagree very much that you deciding not to change your name is in turn dismissing future you. I think it's the complete opposite. I believe future you will be happy and satisfied that you stuck to who you believe you are, the name you like. No one can foresee every problem in the future, and while I can't promise you some random mean person won't ever poke fun at any unconventional name, you starting early and deciding that you know what you like and trusting in yourselves as opposed to just your foster parents inherently makes you stronger and a more confident person. I hope they can respect your decision and come to love your name as much as you do, because it's what makes you you. You are a part of it and are happy with it, and that's all that matters. NoBit8137 says, honestly, I hated being taken from my mom and wish I could go back. She was sick and not the most stable, but our home was still pretty happy, and I know she loved me and I loved her. But I'm not allowed to go back. At least since entering foster care, this is the best place I've been in, and it's not even close in terms of competition. The funniest part of this to me is my life with mom was way better than the short time I spent with most of the foster families I was placed with. Thanks for all the support. It might also help me if I decide to try talking to my foster parents. Am I the butthole? Standard Teach 7716 says, WIBTA, if I don't invite my aunt for making my sister have a panic attack at my engagement party? I 26 male had an engagement party last week that didn't end well. My sister Tana 28 female went through a lot the last few years. She broke up with her fiancé because he wanted to move to Georgia and she didn't want to leave California. She also quit her nursing job and is now a flight attendant. This didn't go well with the rest of our family at the time. Everyone was harassing her for what she did that she ended up cutting off contact for a while. So my other sister threw an engagement party for me and my fiancé and invited everyone. And I mean everyone. At one point, Tanaya had a nervous breakdown. It took a while to calm her down, but when we asked what happened, it turns out one of my aunts was harassing my sister and asking when she will grow up. Things like when she was going to settle down and go back to nursing. No one could calm her down and she had to leave early. I'm honestly really pissed at my aunt. She's always been a helicopter aunt who can't mind her own business, but this time she took it too far. My sister had a mental health crisis thanks to her. When it's time to send out the invites, I'm not planning on sending one to my aunt, because what if she pulls this stunt again at the wedding? My mom, her sister, doesn't agree. We don't have a big family to begin with, and my aunt never had kids, so she treats her siblings like the children she never had, i.e. controlling. She thinks that it won't be fair to exclude her when everyone else is invited. My wife is on my side. My sister says that she doesn't want to attend, and I'm going to respect that unless she says otherwise. My aunt, I'm not interested in having, because what if she does this again? My mom says if I don't invite my aunt, then she might as well not come either to support her. Am I the butthole? Diminishing Patience says, NTA. There have to be consequences for people who harass others and can't mind their own business. My mom says if I don't invite my aunt, then she might as well not come either to support her. This is just manipulation. If she'd miss her son's wedding because a bully wasn't invited, she doesn't deserve to be there. Oinga Boingy 7 says, came here to say the same thing. Why does she want to support someone besides the groom at his own wedding? Her son at that. It's his wedding. I just don't want her to come. Would have been a perfectly solid reason on its own. The fact that his mom is putting the aunt above not one, but two of her children is heartbreaking. I know not everyone has parents who stand up for them, But if I had a kid and was told one of my brothers was picking on them, I wouldn't bring them around each other either. And I sure as hell wouldn't want them at my wedding. Dutch to D85 says, NTA. However, I'm a bit confused. Your sister says she doesn't want to attend, so how can your aunt do the same thing again? Anyway, NTA, aunt needs to stay in her lane, and even if she would feel like it's her job, it isn't, to talk to your sister in such a condescending way, and let's say she has good intentions for that, even then the right time and place to do so is not at a family gathering. Delicious Cut 7911 says, NTA, your aunt is toxic. Your mother should be more concerned over her daughter's well-being. Ajiangamerks says, NTA. The fact that she doesn't have kids makes her an unqualified person to comment on how someone's daughter should live their own lives. Remember, family always comes first and relatives comes last. Your mom should at least talk to your aunt to know her boundaries. It's her daughter we're talking about anyway. You should get your sisters back the same way your mom does to hers. WLFWRTR says, NTA, tell mom okay, glad to know that your sister is more important than your child. Don't invite mom, since weddings are for supporting the couple, and she has shown she clearly doesn't if she doesn't get her way. Don't include mom in any of the planning, that's also for people who support the couple. Don't invite aunt, since she already crossed boundaries and caused problems at one celebration for you. Tell sister you'll understand if she chooses not to come, but that you'd like her to be there. It's your day, have the people around that make your life happy. That's all for this video, thank you for watching, please subscribe.